What is up, you guys? Okay, so today I have a special video for you. It's gonna be about a $500 budget gaming PC, and I have two builds you can go with. Both are AMD options. So, if you're looking for something Intel, leave this video now because I do not like Intel. Intel is over expensive. It's not worth it, especially when you're on a budget. So the first one I'm gonna show you is this one. Okay, so they are very similar except for the graphics card in each one. Okay, so for this one we have the AMD 8 A8 5600K 3.6 gigahertz quad core processor. This will get your basic needs done. It's quad core, which means that in most games nowadays they utilize the quad cores, which is good because you're gonna be able to play games like Battlefield 4, Crysis 3, things like that, in around 40 FPS. Now, for the motherboard, you have an ASRock FM2 A55M VG3 Micro ATX FM2 Plus motherboard. This will suit your basic needs for anything you really have. There's not much to say about it other than it just suits your basic needs. Okay, and I wanted to, for the memory, I put a Corsair 4 GB DDR3 1600 whatever memory. And the reason I put that 4 gigabytes instead of 8 gigabytes on this PC is because the reason you want to do that is because you do not want, you want a very good graphics card in your build. And that's very hard to come by. I mean, you can have good graphics card, but you're not going to be able to play on the level with like say a $800 PC or higher. But the reason I do this is so that we can have a higher graphics card compared to other things. And for the video card, here's where it gets a little funky and expensive. I got an Asus GeForce GTX 750 Ti 2 GB Strix video card for $163.99. Let me check out what's good about this card. It has PCI Express. It has 2 GB of memory. Is GDDR5. The core clock is 1.12 gigahertz. It's 60 watts. It has a fan on it. It has no SOI support, no crossfire, and the length is 7.72 inches. Has a display port. It has one HDMI port. Has a DVI dual link port, and that's it. Here's a picture of it. It looks pretty legit. Now, as I go back, we have just your basic power supply, Corsair CX 600 watt 80 plus bronze certified semi-modular ATX power supply, and I was able to afford a semi one, and I got y'all a nice case as well. It's called the Corsair Spec 1, and this is what it looks like. So it's a very good case for the price, and yeah, so that's what that looks like. And now I'm going to show you the other build. The other build is my personal favorite, simply because I was able to utilize a 4 GB graphics card, which in my opinion is ridiculous. So let's check this out here. We have the same processor as the last build, nothing special. AMD 8 I can't say that right. Excuse me. I said AID, but A8 5600K 3.6 gigahertz quad core processor. $89, basically 90. For the motherboard, I couldn't really cheap out on this because I wanted to have 3.0 USB and FM2 Plus and all that good stuff. So I got a Gigabyte GAF2A88XM HD3 Micro ATX FM2 Plus motherboard. And for the memory, I decided that I couldn't get an 8 GB memory because I wanted to have a very high-end graphics card. So I decided to get a Crucial Ballistics 4 GB stick of DDR3 1866 memory. And I just got your basic Seagate Barracuda 1 TB 3.5 7200 RPM internal hard drive for your storage. And for the video card, I got a Gigabyte Radeon R9 270X 4GB WindForce video card. Now let's check this out. This is $210. I was able to fit a superb graphics card in here, and it's a Radeon, so y'all are very lucky to have me. So, you know, it's a very, very good graphics card for the price. I think it's well worth it. It has 3 of those cool looking fan things on it, which is another reason it's really good. It has a very good review score up here, if you look where I'm circling my mouse, and it it supports it supports HDMI, it supports the DisplayPort, DVI, dual link, DVI, D dual link. It's 11.69 inches, which is pretty long. It also has 180 watts, but your core clock stuff is 1.5 gigahertz. You have 4 gigabytes, which it's not as high as 1.12 as the last build, but you have a lot more storage on this, so I think it's better. And, you know, so that's that. Now for the power supply, excuse me, what did I just do? Oh great, this is not the time you want your internet to be tripping out, but, and for the power supply, people, for the power supply we got a Corsair 430 watt ATX 12 volt, I guess, 12V, something. And you know, the tower we got was very basic. It has a very good review on the website. It's a Cougar Spike. It's a Cougar Spike Micro ATX mini tower case. Yep. And it's not very, you know, it's nothing special. It has USB 3.0 ports, you know, has bays for external hard drives. It has the maximum video card length is 12.99 inches, which will suit our video card, which was 11 point something inches, and it has 3.0 USB ports. And for $29 or $30, you're not going to get anything better. And here's a picture of the case. Now, in my next build, when I make a $400 to $500 build, I am going to include Windows 8 because I have a strong belief that is part of your PC. That has to be, because it's $100. You know, and it's a lot of things people don't add into the build, but I think you should, you know. That is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.